Have you noticed how, as the years go by, fatigue creeps in, even without effort? Sometimes it's not age, it's the weight of what we're still carrying. Old habits, lifestyle patterns, thoughts that once seemed helpful, but now only get in the way. The most curious part, a lot of what holds back our health and lightness goes unnoticed. We get used to it, keep repeating it, and don't even realize how much it's wearing us down. In this video, I'll show you 5 things mature women should consider letting go of if they want to live with more health, more freedom, and more truth in this new phase of life. Stay with me until the end, because what you choose to let go of today can open up space for the lightest years of your life. And if this message spoke to you in any way, leave a comment below. I choose lightness. That helps this video reach more people and shows me that this work has meaning. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, take the opportunity now. Here the conversation is straightforward, respectful, and made for you. Let's get started. 1. High-impact physical activities. Have you noticed how sometimes trying to do it all is what wears you out the most? Many women with the sincere desire to care for their health keep demanding from their bodies things they no longer need to deliver. Intense classes, forced walks, heavy weights, as if they constantly had to prove their strength. But the body speaks. And over time it starts asking for something else. It asks for care. It asks for gentleness. It asks to be heard. High-impact activities like running, jumping, doing deep squats or intense workouts overload the joints, weaken the bones, and increase the risk of falls. And with that comes pain, fear, and insecurity, not just in the body, but in the soul too. Movement is still essential, but now it needs to come from a different place, from care, not from pressure. Slow walks outdoors, stretching upon waking, water aerobics to release tension, yoga to connect body and breath, tai chi to rediscover balance, resistance bands and light weights that strengthen without harming. It's in this rhythm that the body gains confidence. It's in this silence that it reorganizes itself. And it's in this listening that it begins to bloom again. 2. Excess salt in the diet. Over time, the body becomes more sensitive, but some habits remain almost unnoticed. And one of the sneakiest is salt. It's on the table, in the pantry, in family recipes. It's in that old habit of just one more pinch for flavor. But what few people realize is that over time, that flavor comes at a high price. High blood pressure, swelling that seems normal, fatigue without cause, frequent headaches, and in many cases the surprise during tests, risk of stroke, kidney problems, overworked heart. Excess salt doesn't shout, it whispers. It builds up little by little until the body can't take it anymore. And the biggest problem isn't always what you add to your food, but what you buy already made. Processed seasonings, bouillon cubes, ready-made sauces, canned foods, pickled goods, processed meats, convenient foods, made to last, but not made to care. The good news? It's possible to flip that switch without losing flavor. You can start small, swap salt for fresh herbs and natural seasonings, rediscover the flavor of well-sautéed garlic, of freshly squeezed lemon, of turmeric, rosemary, slowly caramelized onions. When we stop masking the natural taste of food with salt, meals take on a new meaning. They nourish without harming, they feed without weighing you down, and the body feels it. Blood pressure stabilizes, swelling goes down, sleep improves, the heart works more easily. It's remarkable how something so small like salt can make such a big difference on the path to health. It's not about cutting everything at once. It's about making more mindful choices, with more care, and little by little, your taste buds change, your body responds, and you begin to feel more alive, more present, with more control over your own health. 3. Sugars and refined carbohydrates. Sugar isn't just a flavor. It's a chemical stimulus, and one of the most deceptive for the aging body. When you consume sugar or refined carbs, like white bread, white rice, regular pasta, cookies or sweets, your body responds with a spike in blood sugar. Then the pancreas releases a large dose of insulin to manage that sugar. But over time, this constant process wears down the system. Insulin resistance sets in, and with it comes the risk of type 2 diabetes, increased belly fat, inflammation, and cognitive decline. Studies show that excess sugar is linked to higher rates of heart disease, memory loss, and even depression. And that's not all. Sugar also fuels inflammatory processes that accelerate cell aging, including brain cells. Have you ever felt that mental fog after a coffee and cake, or that brief burst of energy followed by even greater exhaustion? That's the sugar cycle. It brings quick pleasure and quiet depletion. The brain, tricked by that moment of euphoria, starts asking for more. And before you know it, the habit forms. A cookie here, a treat there, another piece of bread. Until your body no longer responds with the same clarity. But there is a gentler, smarter path. Swap white sugar for fresh and dried fruits like dates and prunes in small portions. Choose dark chocolate with over 70% cocoa. Go for whole grains, oats, quinoa, brown rice. Hydrate with infused water, ginger, cinnamon, or lemon to help curb sweet cravings. Reduce your intake of packaged juices and soft drinks. They're full of hidden sugar. When you make these choices, your body notices. Mood stabilizes, memory sharpens, energy returns, and most importantly, autonomy grows stronger. Taking care of your diet after 70 isn't about restriction, it's about wisdom. And sugar, when left unchecked, pulls us away from the very things we seek most at this stage: clarity, lightness, and lucidity. 4. Social isolation. The body needs movement, but the soul needs connection. As the years go by, it's natural for some relationships to grow distant. Children grow up, friends move to new cities or to another chapter in life. Daily routines become quieter, and that silence, when prolonged, can make us sick. Social isolation in people over 70 is now recognized by medicine as a risk factor, as serious as smoking or obesity. Studies show that prolonged loneliness increases the risk of dementia by up to 50%. It raises cortisol levels, the stress hormone, and weakens the immune system. Isolation is also linked to increased cardiovascular disease, depression, cognitive decline, and accelerated brain aging. But this isn't just about statistics. It's what many women feel every day, even when surrounded by people, even in a full house, because loneliness isn't the absence of people, it's the absence of real connection. And as hard as it may seem, that thread can be rebuilt, even if slowly. One phone call a day, and even if just to say good morning, joining a book club, a painting or crafts group, adopting a pet if possible, visiting markets, parks, churches, community gatherings, using technology with ease, WhatsApp groups, video calls, loving messages. These small gestures are in truth giant steps. They stimulate the brain, they warm the heart, and they restore something no prescription can offer: the feeling of belonging. Connecting with others is an act of self-care, and it doesn't have to involve many people, it just needs to be genuine. Because emotional health isn't something you buy, it's something you build, through connection, through presence, through listening. And the woman who chooses to reconnect isn't just avoiding illness, she's making space to bloom again, in a new season, with renewed strength, and with much more life. 5. Excessive use of medication. Medicine has saved lives, but the overuse of medications is silently taking them away. After 70, it's common to leave a doctor's office with a long list of prescriptions: one for the heart, another for blood pressure, a third for sleep, and another to handle the side effects of the previous ones. This chain often begins with a real need, but little by little, it turns into a never-ending cycle, and the body can't keep up. Many medications used long-term can cause unwanted effects like dizziness, mental confusion, memory loss, muscle weakness, constipation, and more seriously, dangerous interactions between medications, which often go unnoticed. Studies show that more than 40% of older adults take 5 or more medications a day, and in many cases, not all of them are still necessary. This isn't about stopping treatment. It's about doing something few people do: reviewing it carefully. Talk to your doctor about each medication. Is this still necessary? Is there something I can do to reduce the dose? Is there a non-drug alternative? Small dietary changes, regular gentle movement, stress management, and appropriate natural supplements can over time allow for a gradual and safe reduction. Because fewer medications can also mean more independence, more mental clarity, more freedom in daily life. The answer isn't cutting everything. It's choosing with more awareness, and understanding that often what the body asks for isn't another pill. It's a new rhythm, a deeper kind of care, more space between the pain and the solution, and when that happens, something changes. The medicine cabinet gets smaller, self-confidence grows, and the body responds with more balance, because the right remedy isn't the one that silences the symptom. It's the one that respects your story and supports your health without trapping you in it. Turning 70 isn't the end of anything. It's actually the beginning of a new season, a time when rushing no longer sets the pace, and what truly matters is what truly lasts. Throughout this video, we talked about choices, but above all, we talked about liberation. Letting go of habits that exhaust the body, silence the mind, isolate the heart, or poison the system is not a loss. It's a gain in lightness, in clarity, in space to live more truthfully. And when a mature woman decides to let go, she's not giving up on anything. She's choosing more wisely. She's saying, I don't need to carry what no longer serves me. I deserve to live with more health, with more dignity, with more joy. And that, yes, is strength. Strength that's not measured by effort, but by the courage to change. Now tell me, which of these changes spoke to your heart the most? Which one do you feel ready to put into practice? Write the number that stood out to you most in the comments below. This exchange matters, for you and for those who will read it too. And if this video made sense to you, share it with another woman who also deserves to live more lightly. Subscribe to the channel. Here the conversation continues with respect, clarity, and truth, because taking care of yourself is never too late and never too little.